Hi, I'm Jay, and today we're going to tie a jig with a color that I think is a little underrated. Stay tuned. So, good morning. Thought I'd sit back at the bench. You guys missed a really good video. Actually tied this jig yesterday. Let's look at a quick sample. Tied this jig yesterday. Very nice pattern. It's a color I really like. I think grays. All right, the topic of this tying sesh. Grays, dun, whatever term you want to use, I think is an underrated color. Looking at my fly box, when I have a handful of different patterns, but they all seem to favor a gray tone, a dun, dark gray, light gray, whatever term you want to use. And I think it's the same thing with jigs. So I'm going to do a few videos using things like slate gray, light gray, dark gray, dun, a dark dun, a light dun, all the different shades of gray. And we have used it in the past. I've done a shad pattern. But this jig was requested by one of the shop owners. Had a great spring. I actually had two good circuits, sales delivery sessions. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. To all the shops. I have a lot of new shops this spring. But this is one where the shop owner, just reminded me, hey, remember that fly you did a few years ago, or jig? Do you have any more of those? Can you do more? I got guys asking for it. And what I've done is this is a head. First of all, the head is kind of painted in a color that's new and different. The paint color's aluminum. To me, it looks like a brushed aluminum. And I actually tied these jigs yesterday. Perfect video. Sat down to do some editing this morning. And trust me when I tell you, when the computer says, this will permanently delete your files, do you want to continue? And you click yes, guess what happens? So we're back in front of the camera. I'm going to do this, a real quick one, just so we can show this, because I thought it was a very pretty jig. It's plain, it's nothing fancy, there's no flash, though I did tie some up for myself, and I used this peacock black, which is a really neat color. This is the crinkle mirror flash that I've liked so much over the last couple of years. But this is kind of gold brown. It's got purple, kind of a claret maroon color to it. So a really neat color. And with this tail, I'm taking the color, because I want this dozen to have all the same tone. I'm taking the hairs that go up the side of the white, so the wine color, or the maroon or claret, whatever you want to call it. So the hair for each of the jigs in this dozen have the same tone. But the nice thing about this wine tail is that you can take the hairs from both sides up the back. That's normally the darker side of the bucktail. You just have a little bit darker tone. Of this tail. It's very pretty. I really like both sides of this. So let's go. We have this is a light blue Dun tail. I think it's a very pretty color. It complements this aluminum colored paint very well. I think it's awfully, it's very natural looking. Any of the grays, when you look at a fish, there's always some sort of gray, silver color to it. Whites are, the white belly is never completely white, right? So I keep this pinch nice and tight. A few wraps towards the end of the hook. And then wrap back up to the head. Make sure I wrap this properly. I'll finish this off with a loop of size A thread of a different color. Then I just lift the hairs and drop them right to center themselves on the point of the hook. Let's take a look at this. How'd we do? Very pretty jig. I really like this color combination. I did, when I originally tied this, I did throw a couple in my box and definitely caught fish with them. So I do recommend, tie yourself up some combinations of gray. Over the next few weeks, I'll probably do a few more combinations just for fun. There's, going through my book, I do have some older patterns that I've tied in the past, some 3-color patterns, that shad pattern, a couple ideas in here that I put, just combinations with the different grays, the slate gray, a light gray, the Duns. And we'll see what we can come up with those. We'll tie some jigs in the very near future. But I think that's going to do it for us today. I apologize. I feel so terrible for deleting my files because the session yesterday was a lot longer. I had a lot more time, but really wanted to get this pattern out there to let people see it. But I think that will do it for us today. As always, hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss any new content. Feel free to share any of our videos as it does help increase awareness for the channel. Check the website, jworthhandtied.com. I will be tying up a few extra of all the different patterns that I do with these grays. And I'll be sure to put a few on the website as well. So go through your inventory, see if you got any gray tails laying around, see what you can tie up, and until next time, guys, keep tying and tight lines.